Let's see how long I'm able to stay here. It's a holiday weekend. It's Juneteenth weekend, Saturday, June 17, 2023. It's almost 10 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I left my house late because it's freezing in the morning. In the morning, it's freezing. And I start getting a cramp. So damn cold. But anyway, let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit depressed because of the weather. You can see the sky. Vanilla sky or cracker sky. Because you know how they're always bitching about it's too hot. It is too hot. But they don't call it global warming no more. I don't know if people notice that because people are not even listening, right? They're not even paying attention. They just let them run amok, run amok. And the results later on, because, they tell us to do our New Year resolutions, but why it's actually to new century resolutions, new decade resolutions. They plan for forever, and it's like it's like a puzzle, and you see a few pieces, and you go like, "What is it that the crackers are up to now?" Like, and people laugh, and people go like, "Ha ha ha!" Look over here in New York City. It was I think Bloomberg who started with the run that he wanted to have contactless entries into the subway or into the bus because hey cutie, it's gonna take me a little while. um, and he was like, no, we're gonna change the whole system, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out because they didn't have the technology or something, I forgot. So he didn't set it up. But de Blasio, he did. He found this company. I'm sure they negotiated. They gave him like I don't know how many millions of dollars for the contract, right? But it was like, why? What's first of all, what's wrong with the tokens? Nothing, right? Okay, they took the tokens away. I think I got here in 1992, so it was like 3 years. We was using tokens, and whatever. I didn't think anything of that. I didn't think like, oh my God, there's a huge need, but they replaced it with a plastic card. The Metro card. Like BS. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You go like, yes, master, whatever you want. And it's a huge waste of plastic. Like, people like don't tend to keep the cars or whatever. I don't know. And I have probably in my house, I have accumulated like at least 1,000 cards. At least 1,000 of those plastic cards. Like I'm gonna be putting in the recyclables, I guess. I might keep like once of the 100th anniversary. No, it was not for 100. I think it was 110 anniversary or something. I don't know if there was Metro cards for 100. think I have, I think 110, 125 anniversary, and I think now it's 135 anniversary or something. I don't know. I might keep a couple of those just for souvenirs because I never buy souvenirs. um, I don't know. I think New Yorkers we buy souvenirs, right? Wow. And people couldn't even care less anymore about New York City. I was thinking last night, like how it's so perverse, the mind of the cracker and stuff. Because it's like, how we go from, the generation of the sun, right? The 1970s, 80s, and now we don't have a single day with sunlight. And now people don't show any interest in being under the sunlight. And I was thinking, yeah, of course, they were still selling vacation packages, resorts. I mean, it was still kind of like a new concept for a lot of people in the world. Go away. So I guess that's why they was coming down this way. I was getting ready to go. I mean, it was such a craze, I mean, like, that's how we started going to the beach, I think, because my father was not, I mean, he was already, when he married my mom, he was already like 34 years old. So he kind of had already had his wilder years behind him. Mm. But I don't know, maybe it was my perception that everybody wanted to be at the beach. And also they had to sell their sunblock. That was a new concept. That was a messy concept. My mom, she wanted to put something on us because she's very pale, and she didn't like the sun that much. But I don't know. Because later on she was okay with the sun. I mean, not okay, but not like when she was young. I think she was blaming her pimples on the sun or something. I don't know. Because after she had me, she got pimply. She got a hormonal. She had me when I was 18. when she was 18. When I was 18, oh my god, can you imagine? Stupid shit. Um, hmm. It's hard for me to believe that people are not outraged with this kind of weather. I'm like, who's gonna think this is normal? Now, my home state in Mexico, they are, they are, they're getting fried. They're literally getting fried. you know, I forgot how much it is. I think it's like 100 and something degrees. You know, 40, 40 centigrades. Mm. And over here all night, freezing. I close the doors. I shut the windows. Like around 6, 5. I think yesterday after 5, temperature started like. Mm-mm. I've been thinking about my family, because I probably misunderstood what she was saying, my sister. But I heard her say that they don't want to touch the house of my parents, or like my mom's house, because I mean she survived my dad almost 3 years. She got to experience a little bit of what I go through every day without without a husband. As dysfunctional as as dysfunctional as the marriage was, I think my voice is messed up. It's freezing cold and now it's getting hot. Yeah, right. Anyway, so she didn't answer back after the message I left. I left to like be careful with that because dysfunction. And I mean, I don't know, but just the fact that my brother struggled with drinking. I don't know. She have not communicated me anything about my brother. So it seemed like my mom died 5 weeks ago, and you haven't even expressed any desired, any, I mean, you would think as the only dude in the family left, he wanted to, I mean, he would have a lot to say about everything, right? At least, And I think that's what it's all about. It's all about everybody expressing themselves right now. Throw things in the hat, like they say. Just throw a bunch of things in there and see. So that's what I did. I was 2 days ago. I guess she's busy. I'm sure she's busy. I mean, she's a workaholic. She's half Leo, half Virgo. I mean, her house is like a military station. It's run like a. She don't. I wonder if she used military time. Just, see you at. We're gonna have dinner at 20 hours. Whatever. You imagine. No, she's a sweetheart, but she's. I mean, she's just great. I would love to have her as my mom. You know, I mean, because the consistency. She's always, whatever, they start, they finish. We're total opposites. We're the total opposites. And it seemed like, now I'm 58. For some reason, I used to get along with more with Aquarius, and now, recently it just seemed like recently, as of like I think like 5 years, it seemed like I don't know. It's either they are on a different quest or I am on a different quest, you know, or frequency change because now I see Aquarius avoiding me. You know, I mean, but something happened. Something happened because you know, I mean, it's just like I don't know if it was just dysfunction based relationships. I mean, as I've said, relationships everything. Relationship is everything. The gentleman who gave me my bagel, that's a relationship. We have a relationship. He's a good friend of mine now, and so um, yeah, because this came by surprise. I'm a baby sister. I got a little bit cautious because my mom is a Leo, full blown Leo, and of course they're very territorial. They're very territorial, and like in the past, every time we got together, somehow mysteriously, I mean, I don't know. I never even asked. And my baby sister, she's very optimistic. She don't dwell in the negative. Ay, Dios mío. Let me. Oh my God, some drama with the boogers in the nose. Can you believe I still got boogers in the nose in June? I mean, like that. I mean, like yesterday got so cold. I mean, like it dropped like this, and I went and shut the windows, and and I was like, that little watery thing, leaking. I'm like, I'm dehydrated. They're waiting for me. They're waiting for me. It's like this old hag. When is she serving breakfast? This old hag. What she thinks she is? No, they're sweethearts, right? You're gonna say, "Yep, you're spot on. You're reading our mind." Nothing left. Welcome back. Once they see you, they don't like to be put on the spot. Almost nobody like to be put on the spot, right? Who like to be put on the spot? I don't know. But anyway, here we go. So I found my letter that she sent me 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Next year is gonna be 20 years ago. She was very touched. She's like, where you found this shit? Like, that letter looked like brand new. Like, of course, you know. And she was telling me, you know, beautiful things, you know, like when, you know, anyway, that's personal shit. Believe it or not, I do have tons of personal stuff. Um, but then she started telling me about, you know, how tough it is, you know, because I told her, you know, I've been, you know, decluttering my house because it just got crazy. I didn't realize how crazy it was. It's like 500 pairs of shoes. It's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It was like three buckets that I bought, and it was very cheap back then. It was a birthday party I wanted to throw to myself, and you know, so I wanted to make sure I will have eyes and shit and whatever, you know. I mean, it wasn't all that. It wasn't all that. It was a capricious desire, you know. That was decades ago, you know. But somehow I kept the buckets because the buckets are so good. And it's like, wow. And I bought it at Family Dollar, you know, and at the dollar store, and I still have all those containers. I got all those containers that I bought at the dollar store in 1993, 1994, 1995. I still got them. They're very good. All the containers. I was like, wow, this is like, and they're obviously they're not brand name. They're not brand name. It's just generic, but it was like, I guess that's how they get you. That's how they get you. That's how they get everybody into the sunblock. You know, go to their beach, but you know, rather go to their resorts and give them all your money. And over here, you know, it was like, damn, it was a good deal. You know, dollar store, it was a good deal. And then I don't know. I think to me, I think it only lasted like 5 years, and it's ridiculous the garbage you find in those stores, and extremely expensive. You go like, what the hell is gonna buy this shit? But it's just like people are trying to fill out the void. You know, they go to Dollar Tree, and 99% of the stuff they got is garbage, except the brooms. The brooms, their brushes for the kitchen. I think those are amazing, amazing. When I discovered that thing with the stick, the brush with the stick, I mean, it sounds like the bathroom thing, you know, but that this is like you don't have to even mess your hands. Your beautiful hands. You just go like this. I was like, whoa, wow. It's just like yeah, that was one of the most amazing things. And guess what? I got another one for the toilet, but of course, that stay over there. Of course, you know, like I'm not saying, you know, but It's way better. Once it just go all flat like this, go like like the hairs of a witch or something, like it's just all like that, you get it all flat, all that stuff, and it go all the way in and all that stuff. You gotta put gloves because it's such a short handle, but it's much better than the toilet brush, in my opinion. It's just like, but it's like, damn, can you imagine? Especially, all the ladies who used to help us around the house. If we had that little brush and a stick, we'd be like, just go like this. I mean, it's amazing shit. It's like, especially like in my days, was the soap would peel your damn skin. It was like whatever, now I guess because people are getting more allergic, whatever, they put a little bit less chemicals. I buy the one that supposedly I buy the one that is chemical free, organic, whatever, blah, blah, I mean, it smells good. It smells good, like, and especially, mopping the floor. That shit is like, you want more? Here you go. Mopping the floor. I mean, like, you just put a lot of soap in the water and let it soak. And then just with the same mop, you scrub it and you rinse it out. The floor is like super clean, super clean and stuff. I didn't even know that, but when I had my depression really bad, I used to have these ladies who used to come and help me in the house, and I saw how she was taking the dish soap to the bathroom, and then like, oh, that's how she cleaned everything with Dawn. Because I mean, back then I used to use Dawn because it was like, supposedly Dawn is not as toxic, supposedly, and it's really good. It's really good, except that, like, I don't know, with my ex, he's just like, I told him, you should just concentrate. And he would go like, do all the dishes. He would go just squeezing the bottle, like, lather. Very pragmatic, like when I'm like, a little bottle of soap, it lasts me years because I live by myself, but anyway, talking stupid shit, like, anyway, anything goes in these dance and rants, but I don't know. And then I went to say, that because I thought it needed to be said. We cannot just gonna be. I know. I think it was too soon. Like I say, it's only been 5 weeks, but I pointed out, like my brother, he had it the toughest because he was drinking their Kool-Aid and he was not even prepared or anything. He was like, because I mean, can only imagine the joy of my dad when he finally had a boy, like, and I think he especially tried to behave, but with alcoholism, like, so it was extremely tough for my baby brother. I'm so worried about him. I'm like, but he don't talk. He don't want to talk. He's isolating. I'm like, come on. That's why I'm dying to talk to him. I'm like, well, not dying, dying. No. This is stupid things they say around here, but I don't know. I mean, because my older sister, that's her job. But since she's not talking either, she's not talking either. I'm like, wow. Talk about deafening silences. And I don't even know what to think. Are they hiding something? Are they like, is she hiding something? I don't know. But this is the time for all of us to talk to our brother. Come on, and you can do this, and give him confidence, and what you want to do. That's gonna be his house, you know. But they don't want to touch nothing. She told me, her glasses are right there where she left them. Everything's still there, intact. Like, I mean, I can even agree. I can say yes. Hell yeah, let's make it a museum, right? Um, I don't know, right? But is that healthy? Is that healthy? And I told her, that's when I told her, I think like, I told him over here they call it really awful because that's how they brand everything really awful. But I never really studied it, but I can imagine, like what it means, like emotional incest. And I think that's what she got the name cancer back in 24 hours or something like that. I don't know. It's like, I mean, like, but how are we going to get better if we don't address things and we don't say what we've been going through? Because what we went through make us who we are today. It's just that's just what it is. Why is Brooke so crazy? Well, you got 5 years, I'll tell you. I mean, like, I mean, it is, we all end up, just protecting our heart, basically. I mean, I can only imagine, when he actually started seeing my parents, which, was for him everything. Everything. They was in his life. They was not in my childhood. They was not in my life growing up. Because, the hooch and the dysfunction and whatever, they didn't want to be in the house. So that's what I remember the most. It's my sister and myself alone in the house, and finding ways to not get so bored, not get so bored. Like, wow, just I think we tried everything, that you know. I mean, that is same. I know some brothers and sisters that went and I knew. Well, but they was different too because I mean I don't know. But sometimes they left them alone because they didn't want to go to relocate to my mom's town. I'm talking about one of our friends, a family that moved from Mexico City when I was 10. No, I was 8. I think they moved, and we became really close friends for a while. And because of the shoes, they sell shoes. So they got absent sometimes. And it's a beautiful big family, all boys, only one girl. Can you imagine? I mean, like, and some of them that was already grown, grown up. I mean, she was amazing at having birth, at giving birth, like. I mean, she had like 60-year-olds and she had like 12-year-olds at the same time. Like. So one time, the girl, she was playing with glue, 5,000 glue they call it, and she went by the boiler, the water boiler. She caught fire. That was the story that they told us one time, and it was like, whoa. Okay, so we never had any madness like that because kind of like the typical, like, I mean, if you fall down, you know, I'm gonna beat you up after you. I mean, colonial mentality. We're just regurgitating what the peninsulars, the peons, used to do to us, and it's very, very stuff. That's why there's still so much high incidence of alcoholism and whatnot, because it's just, I mean, it's all denial. It's all denial. Come on, come on. That was like 200 years ago. Come on, like, well, come on. Like, now we know there's epigenetics and all the trauma, all that stuff is recorded in our blood. And anyway, so yeah, I keep thinking about my baby brother. I'm like, I'm such a mess. I'm such a mess. I just want him to, I was kind of like imagine him, being again, this aggressive, because he used to be a brat and very aggressive in certain things. I remember one time, he sold something from my older sister. I think it was I think it was like, the things where you make a roof. I don't know what they call it. It was on, I think it was aluminum panels, huge aluminum panels. I don't know what she wanted it for. Was that it, or was it some tires that went missing? It turned out it was my baby brother, probably for some hooch. So, because I left when he was 10 years old. So we never really even had any relationship. I should have started right there, right? I was like, duh. And it was very, very difficult, whatever little relationship it was, because, you know, my parents was, scared that we was going to tamper with the newborns. I don't know. My older sister, she said that they told her that they was gonna have two more children because we was already a lost cause. And I was like, for real? I mean, like, we don't drink, we don't drug, we don't smoke. She was like, oh, go away, mother freaker. I know you're serious. Uh, and it's so stupid because he's the one who put us in school. He's the one who put my sister in med school. She graduated. She's an MD. And I mean, like, it's always the case. People trying to break the mirror. That's so stupid. Like, we was a pure reflection of their dysfunction and a reminder of their dysfunction, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, and witnesses. They didn't like no witnesses. So they went ahead. Very excited. They went and immediately, I guess, started practicing. My mom, she was always very fertile, thank God. She was not very good for pregnancy. No, pregnancy was not, I guess, it was not too bad, but giving birth. That's when my mom was no good at giving birth. She always get sick. Her blood pressure would drop completely to zero. You're gonna eat all that by yourself? What is it? I don't know. You found something. Bon appetit. No, he's just nibbling. So, where was I? I'm surprised there's not a circus around here. Like, was it like 2 days ago? I thought it was like, oh, they just come here for, for the lunch hour, whatever. No, they was here for hours. I feel like, I think I better go. I'm sure the videos came out like, I'm sure the audio was the same. They're like siblings. So beautiful. Yeah, they play really weird. Not like us. I don't know. So, yeah, there's so much, but I mean, that's part of my diagnosis, for my baby brother, because, like whatever I got to see, kind of like, I mean, they transmitted. I don't know if they actually told him, like, hey, your older siblings are crazy. Don't talk to them. But for me, it was like, it was hell because he went to the point that he became, in my eyes, he was evil because he will like start crying for nothing. And then my parents will go like, you see, why you did to him? I'm like, nothing. The brat just started crying because he wanted attention, you know. And it came to a point that I didn't even want it in my bedroom because he was sleeping in the same bedroom. And like, and I know I crossed the line. I crossed the line because I mean, I didn't know. I had no conscious of that. I thought that he was gonna know it was me, and it was gonna be a big laugh, right? Because I hid under the bed and waited until he turned off the lights, and then I started pushing because it was like, it was like, what's it called? Like, oh my god, panels. The bed of the wooden panels, the wooden, like thing, and then you put the mattress on top. So I started like with my hands. I started pushing the mattress from under. And he didn't want to come back. He didn't want to come back. And I was like, I apologized to him. I apologized. I was like, I think he was like, but then it come to a point that you don't know when he's actually believing it or not, of course I used to like make noises too, At first I think I started making noises and, throwing shit on the other side of the bedroom. So he was like, get the hell out of here. Because I mean, a lot of times he would just go to sleep in my bedroom with parents. And I was like, okay, so yeah, he's a baby, and so I mean that's okay because he was. But then again, he was older and he was still living sleeping in my parents' bedroom. Like you go like, I mean, any attempt, for us to bond, it was like always like squashed. I mean, I don't know if it was the Leo, the Leona Hamsley. I don't know if it was because she's Leo. I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't know anything about the zodiac. I mean, I think if I had known about it, I wouldn't have suffered so much because I would have known, like, okay, that's who she is. I would have suffered for the fact to say, God, why you gave me a Leo mom like that, like, but not feel so, like, I guess, I don't know, unworthy, whatever, but it was not about me. It was not about me. It was about my mom's Leo personality and narcissistic personality and blah 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 blah. But it's okay. I'm not gonna do her inventory because I need to do my inventory first, right? And I haven't done it yet. I think I did it one time, and I don't know. Sometimes it's better when our siblings tell us, you know. Um, that she won't do it because I'm older than she is, and like I already told her we gotta have a fight. We gotta have a fight, otherwise we ain't sisters. And she said, I don't know about that. I'm like, oh, she's so like, ugh, come on, come on, come on, because like we gotta get real. We gotta get real and like, you know. And I know she probably not she realizes that I'm just saying what I think out loud. I'm just that should come easily for me. That's why I know people they run away from me because they know I'm gonna say what I think. And then I'm not interested in changing because we have the whole planet that is not telling us what's up. They're not telling us. It's not telling it like it is. Like shout out to the great Gil Noble, like it is. That was some show, the Gil Noble show. That was a really good show. I don't know. I remember about the Rock Newman show, and I was like, I was looking at all the videos that I missed, and it's like, you got all these crackers, not a single Latino Americano, not a single Latino Americana, not one. Crackers, yeah. If you look at the Rock Newman show's top hits with the views, whatever, who's in the top 10 team wise, and that thing, what's her name? She looked like Dr. Ruth, whatever. And it's like, are you serious? That I never understood. And that's why I stopped watching also the Philippe Matthews show. It's like crackers, crackers, crackers every day. Like, oh no, Latin Americans are the enemy, are the worst. What? Not your slave master? You were like, I'm like, okay. Oh yes. I mean, I think they said it was gonna be about this. I don't know. It's just like I'm trying to find a good astrologist. But I mean, I found a couple, but uh, I still have to get their ways. I don't know. Get used to their ways. Hmm. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, the Philip Matthews show. It was like Oh no 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 no! No, I remember. Torian, Torian Rain. I that's another thing. I'm remembering names from. I mean, all is missing that I go and look up Cynthia G. I'm gonna look at Cynthia G and see what she's up to. She's beloved, that prostitute. Did she say she only sleep with the slave masters? But she's pro black. She's actually she's the one who stole my channel. That was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I think she reported my channel and not her, the maggots that adore her because they just adore anybody who talks shit against heterosexual African American men. And that's just, I mean, I could be beloved if I start saying African American men are this, African American. I will have all these maggots. They go like, ah. They used to because not that I ever, you know, attack it because I don't know, but if I was making a video about an African American or something like that, then mysteriously we get so many views. We get a lot of views, um, and I don't know. It's just it seemed to me like that was another lifetime. So he had you know, he was live streaming. I think he was live streaming about this Dominican actress or whatever she is. I think she's actress. Yeah, she says actress. Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez, and like how a Dominican have a name like Michelle, right? Which is somebody like Haitian woman, right? You would imagine. But that's how hypocrites they are. Always talking shit against their brothers, and they got all these last names. Like I mean, it's so ridiculous. Like they said in the documentary, Tariq's documentary, that they split the island, because divide and conquer, right? Half for the Spaniards and half for the French turds, and but the capital still got the same name, Santo Domingo and San Domingue. I'm like, and trying to say that, oh no, we are not one and the same. Okay, but I can imagine it's like most of the Creoles, they just stay on the other side or went to the other side. That was the economical power, because they thought that once they accumulated so much wealth, they was gonna be considered whites. And no, no matter what. That was the whole thing, like, you give me white privilege or I'll whatever, it's just so stupid, so stupid, to be like that. Can you imagine a GT right now? It will be at least the number 6, 7 superpower if it was united. But so stupid, so stupid. And I stopped watching them. I watched them a little bit after the elections, their last presidential elections they had 3 years ago, and say like, okay, let me see if there's anything over here. No. It's like, and YouTube don't say anything. They're constantly calling them names. They're constantly, like saying that, promoting hate. It's kind of like, the Tutsis in Rwanda, how they used to have the radio stations, and just creating so much hate against their own brothers. That is what it is right now. So anyway, how did I get all the way here? I don't even know. Oh, they still have some. How did I get over here? Oh, the 1804, the documentary 1804. Yeah, that's like that's how the documentary started. They divided the island, but both capitals, both country capitals, are called the same. You are like, okay, but they're different. They're very different, very very different. Okay, and that's another thing, to see how Europeans again they are taking over spirituality. I mean, they always try, but now, but now I think it's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be causing a lot of people to hate Africa and to hate Haiti even more. Because they're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, no, there was they they are over there." Satanics. No, no, not even my ancestors. They never. Of course, they knew there was destructive spirits, but they did not need it to make deals with the most evil spirits. They did not need it, to feed these horrendous, destructive spirits, you know, in order to get knowledge, because they already got the knowledge themselves from, what the whites call animals, the animals. They are the ones who have all the knowledge. The animals. They are the ones who know, everything. They know. They know. You want some? They know which herbs are poisonous. You never seen a bird, like, ooh, he fucked up and he started eating the wrong plant, because he wanted to heal himself. No, instinctively, naturally, they know because they're connected to the source. When you're connected to the source, you don't need to be, you know, invoking demons. And I just uploaded a video, on Rumble, where Elon Musk is saying that, oh, we're summoning demons. That's what super AI is. He said it himself. He said it himself. He said it like, I don't even know. Let me see who else was in this video. I was like, are you serious? Like, oh no, but I am the racist, like I am the one who is generalizing. You think like, okay, so show me all the whites who are denouncing this. I mean, and they know it's like, I mean, their standards is like shit. If I get to keep my privilege, I'm all for it. And now they're saying like, they're saying, what is happening now? Oh, here it is. And now they got the nerve to say it's like elections are rigged, elections or whatever. They've been rigged from the beginning to assure um, um, white supremacy. And now that they're seeing like, shit, how can we return to the White House? How can we return to the White House and everything get botched because they're all their men are feminists too, you know? Where's the one that it says summoning demons? He said it himself. And then there's another one who said, yes, whites used to eat corpses. No, that ain't it. For they are therapeutic, the corpses. I was like, eating corpses, and that's what they are. That's why they eat chocolate. Whites, there's a lot of whites that they love chocolate because they think they're gonna get the superpowers of our African brothers. Meaning, a lot of times just because they are such freaks, they just want the sexual powers. I guess I don't know. Where is that video? Didn't I upload it, or am I dreaming? Say we're summoning. Was it this one? It could have been this one.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild teeth and gums overnight, and never need a dentist or implant again.
No, that ain't it. It might be this one.
Weight problem. Try this simple ice pack with water before bed. You may not know this, but the biological...
Oh my god, wearing my cincher, my waist cincher.
If you think about it, AI is actually the fastest path to communism. So, if implemented correctly, AI could actually theoretically solve for abundance. Like, we could totally get to a situation where nobody has to work, everybody is provided for with a comfortable state of being, comfortable living. AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us to as close as possible to genuine equality. So basically, everything that everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because let's be real, enforced farming is really not a vibe.
That's satanic, right?
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
This is the Met Gala 2018. The crown that I have on, we got the Vantablack people. You're not allowed to use Vantablack. It's like the blackest black that you can get. And we convinced the Vantablack people to send us a sample of it. And then we melted it down and made this crown out of Vantablack. But what's so funny is because it's the blackest black, you can't actually see the crown. And so even though we did this crime heist to make this pretty you can get, and we
everything that everybody loves about everybody
the satanic temple.
You could totally get to genuine equality. So basically,
per day, someone alive today, but somebody you haven't met yet, who would you be?
Would I be modeling their brain state, or would I just be in their body? The inverse of Vantablack problem, because his shirt says something like this crown out of Vantablack, but what's this is the
AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us to as close as possible to genuine equality. So basically, everything that everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because let's be real, enforced farming is really not a vibe.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control.
Without the collective farm.
And of course they know all about communism. They made it up. They made it up. I mean, communism came out of the need of survival. But, I'm not a communist because anything that comes from those twisted minds, and we don't need to. My ancestors, they had a whole system that, it's so amazing. But anyway, that's a different thing. I think it's about to rain.
Comfortable state of being, comfortable living. AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us to as close as possible to genuine equality. So basically, everything that everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because let's be real,
You think a cracker is gonna stay in communism with their white supremacy? You know, so used to squandering, money, you know, money that come from slavery. You know, going for brunch, going for dinner every day, going to, expensive gyms, getting massage, getting treatments, getting all this stuff. Come on, let's be realistic. These megalomaniacs, they will never, they could never.
forced farming is really not a vibe.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
This is the Met Gala 2018. The crown that I have on, we got the Vanta Black people. You're not allowed to use Vanta Black. It's like the blackest black that you can get. And we
You know,
So basically, a situation where nobody has to work,
He said it.
everybody
he
is
said it
provided
with
for
with
with
straight
a
face.
comfortable.
He said it with a straight face. He said it like, that's what we're doing. We're summoning the demon. Instead of saying like, hey,
So basically,
you gotta stop.
everything that
We
everybody
don't
loves
know
about
who's,
communism,
who's
but without the collective farm.
it's like a Ouija
Because
board.
let's be real,
Like you
Enforced
go and you
farming
put
is
like,
really not a vibe.
I'm looking for this, I'm looking
with
for
artificial
that.
intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
Whatever. I think it's a big storm, and it was not even announced in the forecast. I look at the Weather Channel and I looked at weather on the ground before I left my house. And
black people, you're not allowed to use Vanta Black. It's like the blackest black that you can get. And we convinced the Vanta Black people to send us a sample.
The pentagram and the holy
Everybody loves about communism. Everybody loves about communism.
water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
This is the Met Gala 2018.
Not a vibe.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
This is the Met Gala 2018.
anyway. I don't know who made that video. It's kind of like a weird video. I just found it and I was like, okay. Grime. Her name is Grimy. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens with my family. Hopefully we can find a way, and I know it's a whole process, It's a whole process from our my father died 3 years ago, and my mom 5 weeks ago. So I don't know if there's a manual. There's probably a manual, right? Because what happens when at any age, at any age, it's a big one. It is a big one. And I was telling my sister, and it's like, there's so much stuff, so many implications, so many, realizations, because while you see your parents, even when they are not, very functional, or whatever, but you see them, they are there. They are there. They are the pillars, the two pillars, right? If your grandparents are alive, that's another confidence booster. That's another one. If you're with your grandparents, you feel like, hey, it's psychological. If you must, it's a psychological pep talk. Like once you see both of your parents, like my mom, she was only 75. Only 75. I keep telling my sister, we're gonna have to we have to drag each other to get a colonoscopy because my grandma, my mother, died of the same thing. Unbelievable. If we've been warned as to say, hey, there's some genetic. I don't know. I'm gonna start getting used to taking. They came late. So many psyllium husk. I think that's what I'm gonna have to. Especially have my dinner, whatever. So soluble fiber because I don't know if I got it. I think my father, he never had a colonoscopy. And he never had a problem. And he will eat sometimes because, out of boredom or whatever. He was, I think it was mostly happy eaters. It was happy eaters, especially weekends. My father would go like, go get me a couple of cheeses, not big cheese, but that was just appetizer, cheese. What else? Of course, peanuts gotta be the snack, That's before the table. Or the cheese sometimes, cut it up and before the table, or whatever. If the gentleman with the pork skins will come out, he will get a whole sheet of pork skin. Delicious. That shit was like. And I think he almost made it to 85 years old. He almost made it to 85 years old with a bad heart. No, with bad lungs. Somehow he got bad lungs, and the bad lungs gave him a bad heart because he didn't follow the doctor's indications. So don't put any weight. Stay skinny. You should have said the opposite. Stuff your face. And of course, because of my sister, she's a doctor. She's a homeopathic doctor. So that's what it was. That's what it was. But there's stuff that not even homeopathy, because she wasn't going to the bathroom. She always was constipated. Always constipated. Me too. That's why, I gotta get out of my house. I gotta find the longest way home, at least. And tomorrow I'm going back to the gym. Tomorrow, Sunday. Which is gonna be empty. I'm gonna go in the afternoon. So I went last Sunday and it was nice. It was nice. So there's not that many people there, you know. So and I don't know. I guess I have to go get down on my knees and pray God, you know, that my family come through from this, because if anybody wants to ask me, I think we're doing everything we're not supposed to be doing in these times, which is isolation. I'm like, it's too much, you know, it's just too much, because, you know, like, you don't know what's going on. Especially my older sister, she's the one who, like, and my baby brother, you know, like, and then when I hear my baby sister say, like, you know, hey, you know, I don't want to touch nothing, you know, we should just leave everything over there. I mean, there's different circumstances. I don't think our circumstances, you know, I mean, why we're going to be going and just idealize, romanticize what we all went through. That's not to say, you know, I mean, I don't think I have any more anger towards my parents, you know. You know, a friend of mine just, you know, he had to leave Mexico years ago, and now his son came over because they never even met, because he left when the baby was like 2 years old. And I told him, you know, you gotta give him time. Don't let him disrespect you, but, you know, no matter what, because, you know, he told him, hey, you know, my house, my store, that's yours. You know, that's for you. It's like, you cannot compensate with money or properties. I told him the fact that you wasn't there for his birthdays, you wasn't there for graduation, you wasn't there, you know, like, I was a little tough. I was a little tough on him, but it's like, come on, why are you doing this for? Why you brought him over? You know, I mean, you know, I think he did right. I think he did right, because then he probably would have like do it on his own, and or, you know, there's so much propaganda. You know, it's so hypocritical. Oh, we don't want migrants. We don't want migrants. But just like in Latin America, 24/7, they are like, you know, all this garbage on their phones. You know, all that garbage is like 24/7. They're like, oh yes, you know, come to the United States, and, you know, you make dollars, and like they have all these influencers bought and paid for, you know, all these, you know, come on. They used to do that on during slavery. They used to send these women after they will whoop them. They will whoop them, and then they will send them out in the street. And she used to say things like, you know, I just got whooped, and it did me good. And it did me good. I needed to get whooped. You know, I should have got whooped, you know, because, you know, getting whooped, blah, 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 you know, like, you go like, what? You know, how perverse is that? Can you imagine? No wonder our African-American brothers and sisters are like, sometimes you go like, what's going on? Because the enemy is inside. The slave master went after the mother, went after the women, you know, and the hand that is supposed to be rocking the cradle. But she ain't, because she's a queen. She's a goddess, right? And queens and goddesses don't bother, It's, like, it's crazy. It is crazy, because that's why there's so much split personalities. This is why you have all these men getting their behind blown out every weekend because they got like MK Ultra. They got like, they want to relieve that because they know there was something, and because their father was never there because the crackers locked him up, right? We have more than 1.5 million human beings locked up, making us a lot, well, not us, making them a lot of money, right? Evil, 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 evil. So every time a mother leave that cradle alone, anything and anyone can happen. This is not normal. This is not normal. I mean, like, you see so many young men, showing their ass in the street. Because there's no self-esteem. When there's no self-esteem, there's nothing, right? They didn't have men to learn from. So they learn from their mother. They learn from their aunties, ratchet aunties, always living it up, going to parties and socialites and beloved icons. But what they should have been doing is watching the crib. Do not let nobody, all these precious bitches, because, I mean, it's just so, for me, it's like, I still remember, because somehow, I don't know, somebody took me or something, but I went to see that movie at the theater. At the theater, it's like the worst movie you can see in a movie theater, I mean, like, and I felt raped, and I said, I don't need to see this, and it's like, and I dismiss it. Oh, this is racism, how they're going to be doing that, and it turned out it was not. So this gay dude, because the director is gay, he put it there. It's kind of like the Illuminati, right? When somebody's trying to get away, they start airing their dirty laundry, right? They start getting the paparazzi, like Kanye West, right? Kanye was living it up until he started like, okay, so I wanna say shit on my own. I don't need to be curated by the slave master. So what happened immediately, right? The paparazzi, and he even lost his own mother. They even took her own mother. I mean, it's not a procedure that, it's just, it's sad. It is very, very sad that we live in a world that, it seems there's no hope, because these bitches, they go like, I'm a bad bitch. What are you talking about? I'm a boss bitch. And I'm making all this money. And I'm like, what money? I mean, like, for real. Just because your boss telling you that you are the greatest and you're helping. Of course the boss is going to tell you all that. Because they're weaponizing African American women, not African women, because they got culture, you know. But a lot of these women, they just fall right in. They just fall right in into like, yep, I'm the shit. I am the shit. That's right. Yes, I'm like, whatever, you know, I can, you know, it's all about me. While their entire neighborhood, you know, is just going down full of garbage. And we got nobody to stand up to the politicians. We got nobody. And of course, they tell us, you know, all these women, they're so brave. They even went against, you know, the mayor, whatever that word is. I hate this language. They went against the mayor of New York City, you know. They went against the governor of New York, you know, and whatever, blah 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 blah. And they're like, oh yeah, that's true, you know. Oh, she's badass. She's like whatever, like, come on. They don't. Their ego don't allow them to see that it's just a hoax. It's just these are actors. These are actresses. You know, being. They just say like, you know, come over here, come over here, come over here. Let me give you a massage. Let me massage that ego. And I'm never gonna let you go. You know, that's what we say in Mexico. The fish die from the mouth or by the mouth. I don't know how you say that. And you look at them, they're all always knowing it all. Know it all. Know it all. I think they still have all these viral videos, you know, like whatever. Always regurgitating whatever the slave master is like. Oh, and this is like this is like that. And like people are so stupid because they don't know about this. And like, meanwhile, you live in the ghetto and you're giving advice. I'm done. I mean, like, but you know, it's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times, you know. And it's sad because the little girls, they go like, oh yes, my auntie's a shit, you know, stay in school, and the little boys is like, whatever, you're gonna be a mechanic, you're gonna work in the sewer system, you're gonna be a sanitation worker, you know, collecting trash, whatever. That's it. That shit is sickening, 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 sickening. Ah, the sun is feeling so good, but I don't want to abuse it because I know. I think it's gonna be the same like last year, you know. Finally, in September, it got nice and warm and clear, and I went like 10 times in September. Even in October, I went a couple of times. I remember it was like the end of October, and I went to the Rockaways. It was like 75 and sunny. It's not as warm as I like it, but you know, I mean, so this is why I'm not. I want to be at the beach. Hopefully Monday. They say Monday might be sunny because I keep looking every morning, every night. I look, come on, is it gonna be? It's gonna be nice. I don't know. They all say that it's cloudy, 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 cloudy. And it's like I don't like the cloud because they say magnify the sunlight and it's no good. Supposedly, I don't know. But that's impossible, right? It's like 24/7. You got this fog around the sun. The fog around the sun, like Dr. Valentine say, just like our mind. Foggy sun, foggy mind. So depressed. Like I used to be like when I used to in the 90s, with my depression, the severe depression and stuff, it was always like, go out in the sun, go out in the sun, and that was it. And now there's no more sun. There's no more sun. You always have to have a filter. You always have to have a filter. I mean, I still go to the beach and stuff, you know, but I don't know what are the consequences gonna be. In Mexico, we ban chemtrails. We ban anybody in our aerial space. But they say now that they're back again because they're flying from the United States. They say they've been flying heavily. I guess they're spraying in Texas and all the border states. And then let me start walking because I'm getting tired of sitting down. A sitting duck. What is a sitting duck? I know Peking duck. What's a sitting duck? I don't know. It's just expressions that they got, I guess. Listen, believe it. It's Saturday and nobody's in the swings. Should I get in the swing? I haven't been in the swing like in 40 years. And you always get here, like even 80-year-olds. I've seen 80-year-olds come to the swings. I'm like, really? Really? Well, you know, I don't know. A friend of mine told me that he saw this study. I think I haven't seen it. He sent it to me. How a lot of women, they don't pass, I think 16 years old emotionally. That's what he said. I don't know. I gotta read it. He got together with a Becky. I know she's just using him for the dick, but whatever. He have no self-esteem, my friend. My friend got no self-esteem. He's always together with these ratchet women. Do I need to pee? He's always together, you know, like one after another. He never been single in his life because he's very good looking. He's a bodybuilder. You know, he's huge. He's like, and he's kind of natural because when he was over here, he never even said like, oh, let me go to this gym. Nothing. I think he's just naturally big. I mean, he'll have a flat stomach. And so anyway. And I think that make a lot of sense. You know, once you start entertaining life from that perspective, you know, how so many women are so immature in many areas. You know, it's not just like, oh yeah, you're like, yeah, you're taking care of your house is clean, your children are clean. Okay, that's part of it. That is part of it, you know. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign of maturity, you know. Once that you see your children of a certain age, you know, whatever, just well adjusted. If you see them well adjusted and you see them, you know, that they're clean and they get up and shower. And I think that's a good thing. But there's so many other areas where, you know, you go and you go like, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. You know. Emotionally immaturity. I know it's easier to blame it all on karma, right? You say no, it's because, you know, they got karma. They got they got stuff to to go through in this lifetime. Blah 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 blah. Ain't that convenient? Ain't that so convenient? Oh my goodness. Yes, people gotta turn. That is very convenient, right? I mean, it makes sense, whatever. My ancestors used to say that we are here to experience every emotion. And I don't know, sometimes I think it's right. I think it's true. And we're supposed to master emotions. And I mean, that's not the whole cosmology of the ancestors, but it was a lot of feelings. It was a lot of feelings. And I'm like, what the hell did I do wrong that I am transsexual now? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna tell me, yeah, there's some karma, like whatever. I don't know. So now in this lifetime, I need to be a partia. Partia? Is that how you say partia? I don't know. An outcast. This lifetime, I need to be an outcast. No, I feel like kind of like the spell, so to speak, have broken. I feel like I might be a little bit more ready to be social, although it's very scary. I do tell my sister, honey is great, right? Honey is great, but when you're not used to honey, you gotta be like easy with the honey. Easy with the honey because it's so foreign. It is so foreign, like I feel like I've been by myself since I was born, My mother, she used to be proud of herself saying that she used to say, oh, I just leave like 4 bottles in a chair next to her crib. If we're going out, if we're gonna be away, we just leave like 4 or 5 bottles, and she just take the bottle and she eat it, and she drink it. Is the park open? Is it finally open? This shit has been locked up. No, it's locked. Well, this entrance is locked. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You gotta go through the other entrance. I've been sitting down a lot. I'm gonna go to the supermarket and I'm gonna see what I wanna eat. What I wanna eat because I feel like spending money in food because I feel like I'm frustrated and I'm bored and you start like longing for something, tasty, for something, I don't know, like, is it really about food? Or is it like, I mean, I should not even be here, that's what the mind say, right? I should not be here. I should be at the beach every day, starting June. I'm never in my house. I'm never in my house until used to be after Labor Day. It used to be after Labor Day that I was in the house, I mean, not every day, but at least, 3 times a week. 3 times a week I used to easily. I used to go to the beach at least because it's very tiring, It's like 2 hours one way, 2 hours to get there. at the hydrangeas. So beautiful. Look at the wind. The wind is so ice cold. You're so pretty. Look at this baby. Las malvas. It's like lately I've been seeing those. Those are very typical in my home country. I remember we used to go, for walks, and of course we ended up passing by the ghettos, we don't have ghettos, so do we have them? And it was so beautiful because, everybody, I shouldn't say beautiful, right? Because their houses was like, very, very frugal. Let's just say the houses very frugal. But they all had plants outside. It's just like anything, like, even if that bottle, they will break it and they will plant something. Next thing you know, the entire front of the house is covered with plants. And it looked so beautiful. I know, it's like, yeah, poverty looks so beautiful, right? Now I'm talking like a cracker. But I remember I used to see a lot of malvas. I don't know how they call them over here. Oh, they took all the garbage they left. They're about to open another clinic, another walk-in clinic. It's unbelievable. We didn't used to have any hospitals or anything, but now we have a lot of walk-in clinics. We make disposable shit. That's what we make. We make disposable shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the supermarket. This is such a weird day. I'm freezing. Like the sun is supposedly coming out, but I don't think it's gonna be coming out. How many more buildings I'm gonna put over here? They expanded. It was supposed to be just. I didn't even realize that they made another one over here. Next thing you know, they're gonna be shutting down the supermarket to make more luxury high rises. 5 oranges for $5. That's supposed to be a sale. Look at how cheap the eggs are. The eggs and the potato chips are very, very cheap. I think that's some of the cheapest shit. Oh, and the milk. Later.